Good evening, everybody. Come on in, pull up a chair, and maybe get something nice and cool to drink. Monday Night Net will begin in just about 5 minutes. Just about 5 minutes. All right. Looks like it's 7 o'clock on my time. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right. Well, good evening, everybody. This is K5KJZ. It's now time for the Canton Area Radio Emergency Services Monday Night Net. Name here is Randy, located about 4 miles south of Canton off of 198. And I'll be your net control for tonight's CARES Net. CARES is the Canton Area Radio Emergency Services Radio Club. And this net is held on Monday evenings, like 1900 hours local, on the K5DZC repeater system. Thank you, Cody, for pointing that out. And that is on the 147.200 as well as 444.975 over in Primrose. And it's open to all amateur radio license holders, and we encourage you to join in and participate. The CARES Radio Club meets monthly on the third Wednesday at 18:30 in the evening at the Van Zandt County Library. And that's off of FM 859 next to the historic Blackwell House. All interested parties are welcome to attend. The purpose of this net is to build amateur radio use throughout Van Zandt County by providing a venue for amateur radio license holders to become comfortable and proficient in speaking over the airways. Should an emergency arise, we'll be ready to help transmit and receive emergency traffic. With that, let's go ahead and stop and pause and see if there's any emergency traffic that needs to come now. This is K5KJZ and the Monday Night CARES Net. Well, that's a good thing. Hearing none, we'll go ahead and start our check-in process. If you would, give me your call sign, just your call sign at this time, slowly and phonetically, so I can get you logged in, and we'll get started rolling. This is K5KJZ taking check-ins.
Kilo Juliet 5 Hotel Charlie Golf. Kilo 5 Kilo Oscar Bravo K5 KOB.
Who else?
Kilo Juliet 5 Foxtrot Lima Whiskey.
Oops.
Kilo Foxtrot 7 Sierra Oscar X-ray. Kilo India 5 Bravo Delta India Bravo. November 2 Tango Golf Mike.
We got a good crowd tonight.
Kilo Foxtrot 5 Victor Alpha Victor.
Hi, Jason. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well, sir. Hello, D. Hey, you're not alone. You got Bravo 0404 in there with you. Maybe that's it for tonight. That's a pretty good little crowd. All right, we'll go ahead and take that short break and let Net Control recognize KJ5HCG, K5KOB, KJ5FLW, KF7SOX, KI5BDI, and there was another station I think may have doubled with Mr. Kevin. So if you would want to come back around to you, give me your call sign again. And then we had N2 TGM and KF5 VAV. But the station that I think doubled, could you try again, please? This is KD5 KJZ.
Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Mike Bravo.
That's scary. All right, good deal. You're getting an echo? Don't know why you're getting an echo. Anybody else hearing an echo? All right, got you in there. KC5CMB. Any additional stations would like to check in with us this evening? This is KD5KJZ. All right. All right. Hearing no more right now. We'll swing back around after we get everybody checked in and see if there's any additionals. So starting at the top of the list, we'll start with KJ5HCG. Your check-in name and location and any possible traffic you may have for the net.
This is Charlie. I'm located 10 miles south of Canton, Texas, 1 mile east on Highway 858. I have no traffic. KJ5HCG, back to net.
All right, Charlie G. Good to hear you this evening, sir. And thank you for helping me get that GMRS squared away. I just flat forgot about checking the tone. But thank you, sir. It's up and running. Mr. K5KOB, your check-in, please. Excuse me.
K5KOB service. This is Philip in Wills Point over by the state park with no traffic. K5KOB.
Good evening to you, Mr. Phillip. Good to hear you again. Missed you around here. Glad to hear you. Next we have KJ5FLW. Your check-in, please, sir.
This is Nolan. I'm about a half mile off Highway 80 south of Wills Point with no traffic. KJ5FLW.
Thank you, Nolan. Good to hear you again this evening. Next we have KF7SOX. Excuse me.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. This is KF7SOX, Marie, downtown Kent, no traffic. KF7SOX, back to you.
All right. Good evening, Marie. Good to hear you this evening. You're a little scratchy, but completely readable. No problem. Good to hear you. Next we have on our list KI5BDI.
KI5BDI, this is Kevin, 5 miles north of I-20 off of Highway 19, no traffic.
We're going to have to get you some traffic out there on Highway 19. Anyway, thank you for being here, Mr. Kevin. Good to hear you. Next we have N2 TGM. Your check-in, please, sir.
N2 TGM, name's Ken, Kilo Echo November, and basically downtown Athens. And Randy, if you check me out, I do have something else I have to do this evening, but I want to say good evening. N2 TGM, back to that.
Not a problem, Ken. Thank you for checking in with us. Glad to hear you this evening. We'll go ahead and mark you as checked out. Have a good evening, sir. Next on our list, KF5VAV.
everybody. This is Cody. I am 2 miles south of Van on the east end of Van Wheeler in Van Zandt County. I do not have any traffic for the night. Back to you, Randy.
All right. Good evening to you, Mr. Cody. Good to hear you this evening. Last but definitely not least, Mr. KC5CMB. Your check-in, please, sir.
My name is Gary. I am about 13 miles outside of Canton towards Maybank in Wise. No traffic other than I will be short time.
All right, Mr. Gary. Well, thank you for checking in with us, sir. We'll go ahead and mark you off the list. But thanks for checking in with and getting on the log. Have a good evening, sir. All right. This is 85 KJZ. We're going to go ahead and take one more brief pause and see if anybody else would like to check in with us this evening. 85 KJZ, any additional check-ins? All right, hearing none, we're going to go ahead and see if Mr. Kevin could grace us with his wonderful bad dad joke. Mr. Kevin, do you have one for us this week?
Yeah, 5BDI. I do indeed. What do you call a song about a tortilla? What do you call a song about a tortilla? Anybody know?
A song about a tortilla. Jason, I got a text from Mr. LDJ recently. He's doing okay. He just needs a little more time away.
Anybody? What do you call a song about a tortilla?
Song about a tortilla.
K5KOB. The song's a bit flat.
Good answer, but not the one I was looking for. Anybody else?
Song about a tortilla. What would that be? IDK, yeah, we're all trying to blank.
You call a song about a tortilla a rap.
Oh no. Bada bing, bada boom. Ta-da. Okay. That one's a wrap. Literally. Thank you, Mr. Kevin. Gonna have to refresh your calendar, I guess. That's all right. Thank you, sir. All right, we're going to try something slightly different this evening on the trivia questions. Mr. Cody was helping me out. So we're going to do kind of like a tag team on this one. And he's going to read one, I'll read one. We both have the same list. So, Cody, I may have cut myself off. That's all right. Timed out. Mr. Cody, I'll go ahead and let you start off with question number 1, please.
Yes, sir. Can do. All right. Question number 1. Anybody that thinks you know the answer, come back with your call sign. I'm going to give you 4 possibilities of the answer, and you come back with A, B, C, or D. I think that's how most of these questions will work. So, what amateur invented AM mode is often heard around 14.230 megahertz? What amateur invented AM mode is often heard around 14.23 megahertz? A, fast scan TV, B, wideband FM, C, slow scan TV, or D, working split.
Did y'all hear Cody okay? Dionette says D, working a split. Like a banana split? That sounds good. Who else? Who else would like to take a guess? Slow Scan TV. Well, online we've got one person for Slow Scan TV and one for working a split.
In the interest of time, we'll go ahead and move on. If nothing else is heard, gonna go with the one online that had the correct answer. Slow Scan TV was the correct answer to the amateur invented AM mode. Randy, back to you, sir. KF580.
Good job, Colton. You got it. Slow Scan TV. Oh, ID time. Wait for the timeout. And just so everybody knows online, we still need to adjust our telesquelch time, so that's why we're waiting a little bit longer since we got linked repeaters. All right, question number 2. Amateurs are credited with the first documented observations of which unusual phenomenon? A, whistlers, B, growlers, C, long-delayed echoes, or D, sprites and jets? Let me know if anybody needs me to repeat that. Anybody got a guess? K85KJZ. No, it wasn't in your name this time. Whistler. Got one for whistlers. Okay. What else? The answers are whistlers, growlers, long-delayed echoes, and sprites and jets. All right, I'll go ahead and read it to you one more time, so maybe somebody just didn't pick up on it. Amateurs are credited with the first documented observations of which unusual phenomenon? A, whistlers, B, growlers, C, long-delayed echoes, and D, sprites and jets. Anybody want to take a guess? Sprites and jets were observed by storm chasers. Is that anything like scary looking clouds? SLC, yeah. Jason says C, long delayed echoes. That's another good guess. All righty. I'm not hearing too many people jump in there with answers, so I'll go ahead and give it to you. The answer is C, long delayed echoes. Long delayed echoes. We did have one person online get that. So kudos to Mr. Jason Everett. Back to you, Cody. K85KJZ.
Thanks, Randy. All right, everybody. Next question. Who was the first ham to transmit from space via amateur radio? Was it A, Dave Garraway, B, Owen Garriott, C, Gary Owens, or D, Garrett Phillips? Any guesses? Going out telephone.
Did y'all get those online? A is Dave Garraway, B is Owen Garrett, and C, Gary Owens, and D, Garrett Phillips. A, B, C, or D? It's not D. D. Just picking on you. C. Jason thinks it's C. No, that's not it, Jason.
I'll step back in here. That one's a little hard one. Names are a little bit more difficult than facts, but the answer, I believe, was astronaut Owen Garriott. That's the answer they give. Randy, back to you, sir. KF580.
In case y'all missed that, that was the answer was B. Owen Garriott. Owen Garriott. All right, thank you, Cody. Next question. What type of preamplifier invented by hams does not include a transistor, tube, or other active amplifying devices? Answer A, parametric. B, supercooled. C, negative feedback. Or D, servo. I'll go ahead and read that to you one more time. What type of preamplifier invented by hams does not include a transistor, tube, or other active amplifying device? A, parametric. B, supercooled. C, negative feedback. Or D, servo. Anybody got a guess? A, parametric. B, supercooled. C, negative feedback. Or D, servo. Jason thinks it's B, supercooled. Yeah, maybe.
KJ5 FLW. Take a wild guess. A.
Well, Mr. Nolan, that wild guess earns you a gold star. Parametric. You are correct, sir. Good guess. Mr. Cody, back to you, sir. KD5 KJZ. Yep, the answer was parametric.
Thank you, Randy. All right. Relegated to these in the early days of radio, hams found them to be prime radio real estate. Was it A, very low frequencies, B, sub-bands, C, quiet zones, or D, shortwaves?
And so for everybody online, A is very low frequencies, B subbands, C quiet zones, D short waves. And that was relegated to these in the early days of radio. Hams found them to be prime radio real estate. Very low frequencies, subbands, quiet zones, or short waves. Anybody want to take a guess at that one?
Anybody got a guess? It's still somewhat popular these days, actually, for certain kinds of folks with certain kinds of equipment.
We got two people for short waves. All right. Well, we have two answers online for shortwave. Two answers online for shortwaves. K5 KJZ.
KJ5 FLW. Shortwave.
Well, I think There's a trend there, and shortwave is the correct answer. Back to you, Randy.
All right. Good job, Colton and Jason. Y'all both got it right too, as well as Nolan. Good job. Good job. All right. All right. Next question. VHF enthusiasts discovered and documented what unusual propagation mode? VHF enthusiasts discovered and documented what unusual propagation mode? First one being trans-equatorial skip, D-layer absorption, tropospheric propagation, and continuous wave. Answers are A, trans-equatorial skip, B is D-layer absorption, C, tropospheric propagation, or D, continuous wave. Anybody like to take a guess at it?
K5 KOB, since you said yes, trans-equatorial skip. K5 KOB.
Well, Mr. Phillip, you get a gold star. That is, in fact, the answer they were looking for. Trans-equatorial skip. Good job, sir. Back to you, Cody. K5 KJZ.
Alright, so a gentleman named Grote Reber, former call sign Whiskey 9 Golf Foxtrot Zulu, pioneered what scientific discipline? A. Carillion photography, B. Telekinesis, C. Radio astronomy, or D. Quantum mechanics. Come now, it's call sign.
I'll go ahead and reread that one for you. For everybody online, Grote Reber, Mr. W9GFZ, pioneered what scientific discipline? Carillion photography, telekinesis, radio astronomy, or quantum mechanics? Radio astronomy for Mr. Colton.
KJ5 FLW B3.
Yeah, that would be C, Mr. Colton. Likewise, we have a C online as for two individuals. K5 KJZ.
Well, they keep coming in threes, I guess. That's the correct answer. Radio astronomy. Randy, back to you, sir.
Come on. There we go. All right, Mr. Cody, I'm going to go ahead and make this the last one, number 10, because we're running out of time. So, last one, folks. Bob Dennison, Mr. W0DX, led the Gone Wacky team in the first example of what popular activity? A field day, transatlantic DX QSOs, DXCC, or DX expeditions?
K5 KOB, I will hazard another guess and say DX position, those guys on those little rocks in the South Pacific. You know how they are. K5 KOB.
Jason, you got it right, sir. D, the expedition, as well as Mr. Phillip. Good job. Well, Mr. Phillip, the expedition would be the correct answer. That is the one they were looking for. We had one right answer online as well. Good job, everybody. All right, we've tied everybody up for a good 30 minutes and warmed up the repeaters, so we'll go ahead and call it an evening. So when call on your name, if you would go ahead and give us any parting comments, no parting favors, no gifts or anything like that. So any additional traffic you may have. We'll start back at the top of our list. Mr. KJ5HCG, your checkout, please, sir. Good job, everybody online. Some good guesses this evening.
J5ACG, enjoyed it tonight. Good questions, hard answers, and appreciate you guys hosting the net. And catch y'all next week, maybe. KJ5HCG, back to net.
All righty. Thank you, Charlie G. Have yourself a good week and be safe out there. Next on our list, Mr. Phillip, K5KOB. Your checkout, please, sir.
K5KOB, Philip in Wills Point. I will be checking out. You guys stay safe, and thanks for having me on your net. K5KOB.
Anytime, Mr. Phillip. Check in anytime. Oh, just another quick reminder. October the 11th is the Fall Festival downtown Canton. We'll have our booth set up. Don't know what the number is yet. We'll make that known as soon as we possibly can. But anyway, anybody that's available, stop on by. Next on our checkout list, Mr. KJ5FLW. Mr. Nolan?
Appreciate it, Randy, for running Ned and Cody. Enjoyed the questions. KJ5FLW, be clear, back to net.
All right, Jason. Have a good evening, sir. Good to hear you. Wish it was by radio, but anyway, we'll get there eventually. All right, Mr. Nolan, have yourself a good week. Be safe out there. Next, we have KF7SOX.
KF7SOS, have a good evening, 73, thanks for running the net. KF7SOS.
All right, Ms. Murray. Good to hear you this evening. Thank you. Next, we have Mr. Kevin, KI5EDI.
Yeah, 5BDI, this is Kevin. Thank you, gentlemen, for running the net and giving me a headache and showing me how little I know about ham radio. KI5BDI, back to net control.
I didn't know most of them either. If I hadn't had the answers in front of me, I'd have probably been blank on a bunch of them. All right, Mr. Kevin. Yeah, you were not alone. If I hadn't had the answers in front of me, I probably would have missed a bunch of them. But anyway, thank you for checking in with us this evening. Have a good week. And Mr. Cody, KF5VAV, your checkout, please.
Well, thanks for running the net, Randy. I really appreciate you, sir. Also, we're just going to give you a big shout out for all the work you're doing over at the silo, trying to get everything up and running there. Back online from the lightning strike issue that we had. Doing a great job, and we all appreciate you, sir. I hope you're all well. Stay well, and have a great week. This is KF5, I'll be clear. KF5VAV, I'll be clear.
All right, Mr. Cody. Y'all have a blessed week over there and stay safe yourself. Thank you for helping run the net this evening. Really do appreciate your help. Have a good one. All right, everybody. That's it. Gonna go ahead and close down this net. Return the repeater back to normal amateur use as well as the one over in Primrose. Y'all have a good one. K5KJZ 73. All right, everybody online. Good to see you and chat with y'all, everybody. Y'all have a good one. 7-3 for now. See you on the next one.